Hey, cucks and cuckettes, welcome to episode 31 of the Coin Flip podcast. I'm your host, Zach Rameus, as usual. You can call me Liam. And also joining us, we have the one and only Lead Brain.
Yep. No guest today, unfortunately.
Good.
Just us, back to the...
Fucking written, honestly.
Bazinga!
He's going to get a private message about that. Yeah, anyway, there's a lot of shit been happening in the month we've been away. We just decided to do some shit. First of all, I just want to discuss real quickly. I made a video on rice gum and...
That is so irrelevant.
I know, but I don't know why. I'm just like, I was rewatching some shit and I'm like, wow, this kid's like the biggest fag. So I made a video and honestly, I know it's like you are your own worst critic, but I watched it and I'm like, I kind of regret making it already. Like, it's not very good.
Really? You think? You think?
I mean, the editing wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great, and I kind of just reiterated a few points that everybody else says, and I brought very like little new points to the table besides, you know, the Drake plagiarism shit and like a few other things. I mean... But you know, I even said at the end of it, like the purpose of it was to like, you know, give us an opinion on rice gum. Even some fucking autistic prank channel responded in the comments. I checked; they have like 25,000 subs or something. They just make the most vapid shit content prank you could possibly imagine.
So. Really, they found our tiny channel.
No, they're tiny too. They're just not. They don't even have 100.
Yeah, but they're bigger than us.
Yeah, but like, how do you get famous off that? You just make the shittest pranks possible. I don't know how they have relevancy. Well, they don't actually. They have like 25,000 subs and they've been doing it for like a year or so. Fucking prank channels are so gay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we'll leave the video up, the rice gum one. I want to see how it ages. But it's 5 minutes long.
I bet you it'll age poorly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's a product of the time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, rice gum, this is like a misuse. This isn't a misuse of the term. He's going to be, like, irrelevant along with, like, all the gay vloggers in, like, a few years. And then there'll be some other slightly more obnoxious, like, YouTuber that'll take the cake.
I just wait, like there's always going to be, there's always, like, a shift in tone. Like,
the douche-tubers, that's the name.
It always, like, one YouTuber takes the cake on how douchey they become.
Mm.
And then there's, like, Jake Paul.
Fucking hell. Yeah, but they're like absurdly big now. It's annoying. So
yeah, KSI and all that.
They're fucking stupid.
There's just gonna be another one who turns up and just gonna take.
There's gonna be like, lol, what are those? Dab uses all these like really cringy, unfunny memes and shit, and just I don't know, makes TikTok music videos. Speaking of, do you remember the app musical.ly?
Musically.
That's what you call it. Yeah. It was basically this shit app where you mime along to some song. It was a basis for a lot of cringe compilations, so you know there's that.
Yeah.
But it was just really annoying, and now I was happy when it shut down. I'm pretty sure it shut down, as well as Vine. That shut down too, thank fuck, because I hate both of them. Just really annoying content.
I found Vine alright. It was alright.
It made some of the biggest faggots famous, like Logan Paul and
all these
cunts. Laylee Pons, all these unfunny little cunts. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like TikTok come, and that's basically Musically, but the same thing.
Yeah.
And sadly, it's doing just as well. It's really cringy. You know, Bionic Pig did a good video on it. Like, I recommend go watch that. But yeah.
And I bet you that company is like now the company that made it's got like a headquarters in Silicon Valley, and they've made billions of dollars.
That's an understatement. They've made so fucking much. It's like.
And then Facebook's gonna turn around and go, oh yeah, we'll buy you out.
Yeah.
And then the owners are suddenly own an island in the Caribbean.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
That's the thing. This modern world has created so many instant billionaires. It's not even funny.
Yep.
All because they know how to make
They got heaps. They got Steve Jobs, Steve Buscemi. I don't know.
Buscemi's an actor.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah, same shit.
Steve Wozniak. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah. Things that were different, but never mind.
Yeah. Basically, Alex Jones has been banned from using his PayPal account, which is pretty funny. This dude's just going to be banned from existing soon. He's just going to fade into the ether. Poor guy.
Yeah, oh well.
But it's just sad. I mean,
it's bad because it's setting a precedent of censorship.
And it's sad because they didn't even give it... Nobody gave a reason. He's banned from Twitter. He's banned from all social medias. He's banned from YouTube. He can't even use his PayPal now. It's like, hey, if the public doesn't agree with you, you're fucking gone. That's why I hate so many cunts like pathetic retards like Jimmy Kimmel. because they push this like hyper-produced Hollywood agenda
I
of like
just-
"Ugh, social justice, impeach Trump," like the
I was
most
gonna
generic
say-
shit possible.
I was gonna say, if you genuinely do not like the guy's views, just be honest and say, "Hey, we're suppressing you because we don't like your views."
No, you
just
can't.
be honest.
You can be honest.
Be honest.
Alright, honesty's good, but that's not even a reason to censor him. He shouldn't be. He didn't do anything wrong. He's allowed to make his conspiracy videos on YouTube. He should be banned from basically using fucking PayPal.
Yeah.
Or any number of things like that.
I think realistically, like, the thing that's giving him more and more credit to his content is the fact that how he's being treated now.
It just seems like
gives him more credibility.
all these like generic, like I guess social justice bitches, they're just rising. Like they keep going. Like it just doesn't stop. Their egos get more inflated. They when people get censored, like Alex Jones, you say it's a win for Alex Jones because it shows how stupid the left is. But like at the same time, the left's the ones that are censoring more like right people, I guess you could say. And that's kind of just making them win.
But the reason it makes Alan Jones more right is because of the fact that he just...
It makes... Yeah, I'm saying...
It makes all his points have, like...
Valid.
Like
how toxic the left is and how censorship's, like, awful. And
yeah,
it is.
Like, it makes him correct.
But here's the thing.
If he was genuinely wrong
Yeah.
about what people are currently doing, then no one would have censored him.
Yeah,
It would have been... like, Twitter, Google, Facebook, they would have just gone, this guy's nuts. We're not going to censor him because he's wrong.
Yeah.
He's just like everyone could tell he was wrong. But the fact is, the fact that you went out of your way to get him banned means he's right.
Yeah, it does.
That's how he's.
Well, it doesn't make his.
He's
doesn't make his points right, but in that specific regard, I guess that does. But
in an effort to get rid of him, you've made him worse.
Yeah, but here's the thing: all these liberals, they don't care about facts or reason. They'll just lock themselves in their safe spaces and be like, "La la, can't hear you. Cover their ears. Not listen to any other opinions." It's just like, it's super generic, but it's true at the same time. Like it's fucked.
It's bad.
And yeah, it is setting a dangerous precedent. I feel like this is only going to become like more prevalent as the years go on. More censorship's going to take place. More like left-leaning little bitches and all this shit is just gonna. To get down to brass tacks, it's just going to get worse, mate. Like fuck. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
When
like you're white, I hate you, or stupid shit like that.
Not a reason. It's still racism. Yeah. But no, it's not. It's not. It's apparently a thing called reverse racism, which is no such thing. It's just a...
There's no such thing as reverse racism. It's just called racism. Like,
it's called racism.
Why is everybody so stupid now? What's happened to the world?
The world is crazy.
Jesus.
I've just stopped caring at this point.
I did too, because it's just so destructive.
It's not worth defending.
Like people like people like Ahmed Skeptic and all that who've made their YouTube channels. I'm not saying it's bad. It's solely focused on politics and all this shit. That would get so distracting after a while.
Yeah.
Like, you just get sick of it. Like, can I just sit down and play some fucking Angry Birds or some shit?
I mean, really, a lot of the content I've been listening to is, like, a lot of the dark underbelly of the internet. So, like, incels and shit.
I feel like that'd be really intense.
Dude, it is, like, hearing how some of them talk to each other, it's, like, really dark.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah,
a lot of them are talking about how it actually does irreversible psychological damage to them. Like, for instance, there's one guy who was basically made a thread, and he was talking about how black pill stuff is like suicide fuel, and he was talking about it, and then what ended up happening is he was about to go kill himself, but then he used to be able to always talk to himself through reason and logic to get him out of it.
Yep.
At that time, he couldn't. Okay. He had to contact the suicide hotline to stop it.
See, really intense shit like that. Yeah. Like, that just gets self-destructive after a while.
It does. Like, the more and more intensive it becomes, the more self-destructive it will become.
Fucking internet and the deep web and all that shit,
Well, this isn't deep web shit. This is like Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
I've
personally seen how toxic Reddit can become. I mean, shit. Yeah, no. I understand what you mean. Like, these deep-rooted political groups and shit. Like, you're an incel, you're a cuck.
And the thing is, those groups have just gradually formed out of the modern world, out of like modern social media.
Yeah, it's like a byproduct of social media.
Oh,
and shit. It's like
it is.
Weird.
Like, there may have been people in this world who may have been frustrated. HREB.
Yeah. all that shit. He spawns a lot of cunts.
Nah, he's definitely an incel.
Well, you know,
He's an incel.
he's a fucking AJ Rigby biggest incel out.
Yeah, I reckon he is, bro.
Fucking if he posted music, I might even troll. Nah, fucking.
we gotta slam him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but anyway, the bottom line: Alex Jones being banned from PayPal.
Oh, this is
Dangerous
bad.
presidents. We got to stop talking about it because this is like the third or fourth time we've been on Alex Jones. In fact, we did 2 episodes on him. But I'm just saying, if it's something passionate that we should talk about because it's important, it is. Censorship is not good. For the most part, I'm against media censorship because it's like, you know, it goes against the point of art to censor something, to censor an idea because some cunt is offended by, I don't know, Opal cards. Or somebody's offended by Windows. You know, it's just going to get worse. Like, what if, you know, I saw this thing on the radio the other day, on the radio station I listen to, that's like, oh, you know, the word obese has become like, you know, offensive, so we can't use it anymore. But then we're just going to come up with another word for obese, and then that'll become offensive. So where does it end? Just people got to harden up. Like, honestly, in 2018, literally everyone needs to give their kids a cup of fucking cement, honestly.
What?
Everybody needs to have a cup of cement and harden the fuck up.
A cup of...
Cement.
A cup of cement?
Yes, mate. Have a cup of concrete and harden the fuck up. Haven't you ever heard that expression?
A cup of concrete?
Yes, cunt. I can say that because I know how to use concrete because I'm cool. But yeah, everybody's becoming like... Dude, the next generation of kids are just going to be the biggest prissy wimps you've ever seen. I guarantee you.
Who knows?
It's going to be like, fuck, man.
Who knows, eh?
Everybody's going to go outside with their rape whistles and shit, and it's just going to be... God, everybody's going to be a fucking pussy.
I mean, who knows, eh?
Yeah, and they're just going to... I don't know, you walk into school and you've got your school bag on one shoulder... You got your straps of your school bag on one shoulder instead of 2. Or you hear the rape whistles, fascist, kill him! Because you're doing something differently. Yeah.
And this random mob of like purple hair, green hair.
All of a sudden, you could yell like, you can go into Times Square, literally, and this isn't even a stretch right now, and yell Black Lives Matter, and all these fat neckbeards would just rush in with their fucking anti-Trump signs and shit. Yeah.
I kind of want to do that now, just as like a social experiment. Fly to New York, yell Black Lives
No,
Matter.
like that retard who like commented on our video and was like, oh, I'm actually doing social experiments, and it's just like the fakest shit ever. Like, fuck that guy. Fuck that.
I do social experiments.
Oh god, yeah, but they're just stupid social experiment, dildoing strangers in public, gone transsexual, 2019, almost died, picking the title.
There was something funny where it was there was one social experiment where some guys were like, oh, we're gonna go out to random girls on the street and give ask them if they want the D, and they had a massive letter D.
That's just retarded.
That is kind of funny.
That's like, oh, do you want some beef? And you just throw like a meat patty at them.
Beef?
Fuck off. That's just, come on, man. Like, oh, where is the nigger nightclub? And it's spelled Nigar. Yeah. So, there's a few things on the agenda today. I guess we could talk about the meme ban, but I think it's been done to death, so we're probably not going to touch it, basically.
No, unfortunately, that has been censored. The EU is now coming for you.
Dun, censored.
No, boom, censored. The moment you mention meme, you're under arrest.
Here's what we're going to do. Alright.
No, the funny part is a lot more memes about the meme ban has been coming up, which is sort of like...
You can't police the internet. Alright, we're going to start talking about this in exactly a few seconds, and we're going to do it for a whole minute because we don't want to do it. Ready, set, go. Now, the meme ban, for those of you who don't know, the EU or whatever, or the
EU, yeah.
The EU has actually banned the use of memes or some shit. So if you post a Star Wars meme, Disney can sue you. If you post a meme about fucking Bilbo Baggins, you can get sued by New Line Cinemas or some shit. Apparently, that's how it's going to go in England, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's stupid. 1, you can't police the internet. 2, that's censorship and that's stupid. 3, what are you going to do? Just police people's private chats and groups and all that shit? You can't do that. It's just ridiculous.
As I have like repeatedly said, you cannot control the internet. We are currently being led by a generation that has no idea about
the internet. They're just meme and shit.
They don't understand.
No, it's all these like old cunts who are like, you know, a top, and they don't know how like...
They don't know anything.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about the
internet. So they approach it with like a very old method. I don't want to sound like
they approach it with like oh no, we can regulate this.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't.
Yeah, but they don't know how to do it. And plus, you shouldn't even try to police the internet. It makes you seem like idiots. So to sum up, meme ban EU, absolutely terrible. We droned on for exactly 1 minute now. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Fantastic.
Now, the next topic is H3H3. There's a lot of news surrounding him. Oh, jeez.
I don't really pay attention.
Let me explain to you.
Go.
Hela Klein's pregnant. I don't think that really counts, but does that?
Really
That'd be funny.
Okay, good.
They have some weird Jewish about it. Now, H3H3 have been in... There was even a baited podcast about this. They finally came back to say something. So basically, Ethan Klein has not uploaded a video on the H3H3 channel for over 3 months. 3 months, alright? And the last video they did was with iDubbbz. It was a collaboration video with iDubbbz, and that was 3 months ago.
No, he was,
so they finally...
He was busy.
He's busy with pounding it on the podcast. So they finally uploaded a new video, but it wasn't a video. It was an advertisement for a new mobile game called H3 Ball Rider, which has microtransactions, by the way. Fuck's sake. Anyway, so they don't post for 3 months, and then they post a fucking ad. And naturally, the commentary community lights them up. They get a lot of criticism for not posting for ages and then posting an ad to their new game. Now, H3's defense was basically, hey, the game just happened to be done by now. Then he said he was like depressed and that he couldn't come up with good ideas for videos, which is fine.
A lot of YouTubers come out and say, oh, I'm depressed.
It would get hectic after a while. Like when I was editing that stupid Rice Gum video, even I was like, ugh, I should just stop for a while. But I'm like, nah, I'll just finish it, make it 5 minutes, whatever. But like, do you understand the YouTube depression where it comes from? I guess making videos, I understand from a vlogger's perspective because they make the most shit, fake easy cut content in the world because of the douche tubers. If you vlog every day, like, the stupid Jesse Wellens, he did it like every day for years. That burned him out and that like ruined his life. So he just had to stop. I understand from that perspective. If you're just making, fuck's wrong with me?
You're right.
Yeah, if you're just making like I guess commentary videos every week or 2 weeks, that's fine.
Yeah. But no, what I'm saying is, like, I understand, like, on the internet, it's like, if you look at any YouTube comment section, it's sort of become a bad joke now that everyone's, like, abusive, everyone's, like, a dick, and there's no real constructive criticism.
Oh,
like,
that's...
It's all like, you're gay, you're fag.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just fucking 12-year-olds doing that shit.
But part of me just looks at it and go, wait, you're taking that person's opinion seriously?
Well, it depends if they're credible or not. If you take Anita Sarkeesian's opinion seriously, obviously she's not credible.
No, I'm talking like that YouTube comment that's like, lol.
Yeah, but you're always going to get those like crap meme comments. And then it's like copy-paste this.
It's like from 420 Games Skillet.
Yeah, from like XX_creeper
like,
pussy slayer, all that shit.
Like a ridiculous
you're going to get like all these fucking... Yeah, they're just 12-year-olds and like retards in their basement, in their mum's basement and shit. It's like, you're always going to get those guys, right? But here's the thing. H3 is like a, I guess, respectable member of the YouTube community. He has a lot of credibility, or at least did. He probably still does. But like, the comment section lit him up, and then the commentators of YouTube lit him up, and they essentially, even though they put a disclaimer in their videos, that technically does say, you can go and criticize this guy. So that sends people to their comment section at H3, and they just light him up, and they're like, lol, you're gay, you're fat, you're Jewish, ha, stupid iPhone app or whatever. But here's the thing: people are calling H3 a hypocrite and greedy. I don't really know about the hypocrisy part, but the greedy part comes from their podcast makes more money than an actual H3 episode. Now, the podcast, they think it's greedy because not only is a podcast easier to make than a fully edited video, right? The podcast, I think Game Informer from Mars or whatever, he said that the podcast makes a roughly, I could be getting this way off, but $30,000 an episode or something.
Wow.
Maybe less, maybe more.
How many episodes does he post a week?
He posts like 2 podcasts a week. One of them will just be with a guest. One of them will be like, top stories of the week or something. He had Bill Burr on his podcast recently.
Basically, every week he can make a potential $60,000.
Oh yeah, that's an estimate, but a really rough estimate. It could be more actually, especially when he has someone like, he's had celebrities on there. He just had Bill Burr on there. The voice actor. He was in Breaking Bad. He's in F is for Family. Plays Frank Murphy.
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
What your foot? Which, by the way, he said on the podcast.
Have you seen some of his...
Yes. Have you seen his stand-up?
Yeah. So good.
He's pretty good.
He's so
have you seen, like, he wrecks SJWs and all that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Have you seen, like, some of the, like, feminist stuff? He's like,
yeah.
It's like, okay,
he went off with them.
The reason men
get... I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump, you dumbass! And they were just assuming. These, like, feminists were assuming because they're idiots.
No, I remember one where he was talking about the pay gap.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, why do men get paid more? I'll tell you why we get paid more. Because if for some reason, if we're on a Titanic and the ship is sinking, you and the kids get to go and I gotta start on this ship.
Yeah, he's obviously like a good comedian or whatever.
Why.
Yeah, but anyway,
and then it's like,
this is
the
cool
house is burning, I have to stay behind and make sure everyone out is go. I have to run back against anyone.
I watched a lot of those, like, he wrecks the SJWs, and it's really good. Like, he's a genuinely funny guy.
It's so funny watching that. It was good.
So he did a podcast. I recommend you watch it. It's interesting, but it's also awkward. He did a podcast on the H3 podcast. So Bill Burr was the latest guest, right? Obviously not the latest. There's been a few more since then, but this is like half a month ago. Bill Burr was on the H3 podcast, and it was just the most awkward podcast ever. Like, he was making jokes, Ethan was taking it personally. He didn't understand what Bill Burr was saying because he's like a full-fledged comedian, Ethan's not. Ethan said some stupid stuff at some point. But it's a really awkward podcast. My favorite part about it, and I did watch the whole thing, so I can say this, was when he said, "Yeah, we pretty much finished filming F is for Family season 3. That'll be out soon." So I guess that's fine.
That's fine.
But
I need to watch season 2.
And because, you know, the awkward podcast came in conjunction with like the ad on their channel when they haven't posted for ages, people are just lighting up H3H3 saying that he's like a greedy, you know, non-credible guy now, and like a, you know, he obviously just all podcasters that makes more money than the fucking...
Well, obviously, he's a business.
Well, yeah, but you can't think of it like a cold, cynical way. People, most importantly, they want an actual video, not just podcast. Now, I love podcasts. You know, when you're trying to study, when you're trying to focus and, you know, make something, podcasts can be great. When you're trying to grind in a video game. Like, I can tell you, when I was like, playing fucking Destiny 2, it was so boring, I just listened to podcasts the whole time.
I mean, I've been playing through Destiny 2 now.
God.
I find it, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you say that, but... Anyway,
With that being said, I got it for like nothing on PS.
Yeah, because it's nobody plays it anymore. The player base dropped instantly.
Actually, no, there's...
Well, obviously people play it, but you know. So yeah, H3H3, is it greedy that he wants to do podcasts over fucking his actual videos, which people care about more?
I really don't know, to be honest with you.
I think it is, but he's not being insincere about it, so I don't think he should be criticised to the extent that he is. Like, people are just jumping on the opportunity to rip this guy apart. Like, the commentary community hates Ethan Klein. Like, it's like, what's he done? He's just...
One thing you gotta keep in mind is, like, say for instance, like, does he have a group of editors and...
I think he edits them himself, which is pretty cool.
Like, if he does everything himself,
I could be getting that wrong.
It's kind of greedy.
Well, obviously with the podcast, he's got his own studio, he's got people working at the podcast, like, you bring up a video on screen right now, you know, that sort of shit.
Yeah, see what I mean?
That's fine.
If he's got, like, a bunch of people in the background, like, if he's got a total of, like, 5 people...
Yeah, but that's for his podcast.
Yeah, so keep in mind, you gotta look at it this way with the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So you've got the H3H3 brand, right? So you've got the podcast and then you've got his individual videos, right? The individual, say the podcast, it makes 2 a week, and those 2 generate $60,000 of income per week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he has to then look at that $60,000 and he has to pay those 5, let's say it's 5 people who does the work for him. He has to pay those people. He has to pay them a reasonable wage.
Yep.
And then he has to pay that studio rent if he doesn't own it, then he's renting it.
Yeah, but that can't be that much. It's just a studio and like an apartment.
Yeah, but it can still add up. Like, depending on your location, the equipment. Like, if he doesn't own anything, then he's renting it all. Yeah, that's going to be a weekly cost. Human labour, that is one of the most expensive things to a business.
Yep.
So, like, if he's got 5 editors working for him, and they're all asking for $60K plus a year, right? 60,000 divided by 5, then you do a weekly cost, and then you break it down into a weekly cost, and bang, that's how much you have to pay them. That's
but
easy, most of it gone.
I feel like if you just stick to podcasts, it's going to be a sinking ship. You're just going to fucking eventually just fade off, you know?
Yeah, no doubt about it, but you've also got to be aware, like, there's a reason why you have to take into account the cold, cynical business part. Because at the end of the day, everything runs on money.
Yeah.
You have to...
I just don't like the idea of like YouTube, and it pretty much is now, so this is kind of moot. Maybe it was a point a few years ago. I hate how it's become like just this like multi-million-dollar corporate business now. And they just like, you know, shove shit on trending like Jimmy Kimmel and cure cancer like that, yeah.
Because that's what makes money.
Yeah, but like, where's the integrity? Like, YouTube claim, we care about integrity by censoring people and demonetizing every fucking video in existence. But like, at the same time, they're peddling money, and that's what's getting promoted. All these gay movie trailers and shit, everything. It's just fucked. Top 10s, like all this lazy content. So, yeah, H3H3's podcast may make more money, and he can still do that. It's a good podcast. I'll probably watch it when I see an interesting episode. I still do when he had Post Malone on. He's had all these good episodes, right? And he's going to continue to have good episodes, I imagine. But at the same time, you should try to peddle a YouTube channel at the same time, because it's not as difficult as a podcast. It's a lot more difficult than a podcast to make an actual, like, fully, highly edited video.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I'm not questioning that.
But, you know, the video is, like, guaranteed to get, like, 2 million views a video on H3H3's channel, because he's relevant. He's relevant because he's got the podcast going, and videos at the same time, pumping it. Even if it's, like, 1 video every 2 weeks, which is fine, that's a great upload schedule, and, like, a podcast or so a week. Even 1 podcast a week. You do that for, like, years, you'll be relevant for 8 years, man. You just keep peddling that. You'll be, like, a significant figure on YouTube, which he is. But I'm just saying, like, they just don't embrace greed so much. And I'm not saying that he's being greedy because he's a nice guy, he's a sincere guy. I'm just saying you can't expect to have like all this respect and relevancy when you're not really trying. And I understand, depression and all that shit that he's saying in these videos. It's like, that's bad. It could be bad. At the same time, it's like, do you understand your community isn't exactly smart? They're just like 14-year-olds that want to watch videos and have a good time. They don't really care about the depression and shit. They're just like, where's video? It's fucked.
Yeah. That's the internet for you.
That's the deep web for you.
Not really, just the internet.
The internet, yeah.
The internet is your heart and soul now.
It's not a series of tubes.
It's a series of cables on servers.
Yeah, like someone who's actually really relevant in the community remember Colossal's Crazy?
Yeah.
He made some good videos. His prime time was like 2016, but after that he just kind of did podcasts and baited. Maybe he'd do like a few interviews and like...
and everyone was talking about eventually Colossal's going to be huge.
Yeah, and
everyone was talking about it. Like,
well, he's on...
Colossal's going to be fucking huge.
He's at 500k now. Like, you can't upload a video in the year. He can't upload one video a year and be relevant, but he still kind of is. He's a very prevalent Twitter user. He does his baited podcasts every once in a while, which they just revived. It's alright. And,
What the fuck would I do with Minecraft diamonds? Remember that?
Yeah, fucking...
Yeah.
But he finally released FouseyTube An Alternate Reality Part 2, which is almost 2 years after, like,
I don't
Part
know why
1.
he's picking on FouseyTube. I haven't heard anything from the...
Yeah, dude, FouseyTube's been fucking everywhere in, like, the stupid, like, drama alert community. He's done stupid shit.
Isn't drama alert just basically any news related to YouTube?
It's just gossip in the YouTube community and shit,
It's like the cancer.
Yeah, I just don't like how it's all, like, fucking Jake Paul. I won't go out of my way to watch a drama alert video because it's just fucking stupid. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, Colossal's new video is good. He just slams on FouseyTube for basically lying about stuff you probably wouldn't care about, but it's a nice video. I recommend watch it if you have time. But if you don't, you're not losing sleep over it. It's a good video. Yeah, but he's relevant, and I don't get how, because baited doing that. He's got a cool voice. He made a few good videos, and just kind of got bored and went to focus on his like real life and all that, and his job's there, which is fine. Like. Well, that happened, so I actually might as well talk about the biggest topic of them all that we've been willing to get out for a while. Telltale Games.
Oh, they're dead.
That gaming company, they made they did make fucking...
The world will remember Telltale.
No, we won't. They made like fucking point-and-click games, which...
It was really weird because I always thought they were a somewhat successful company, but...
I'll tell you why. I know the reason why. So Telltale have had a majority studio closure, which basically means they've shut down completely. They've got like 4 employees left. I don't even know what's going on with them. But I'm pretty sure they're closed indefinitely, so... For those of you who are hoping like fucking Game of Thrones Season 2, yeah, not happening. One, I knew it wasn't going to happen from the start because it's a lot more work because they had all these choices at the end and shit, but like... Yeah, that's the trap of doing like a, I guess, narrative-based game.
Yeah.
Like, there's not so much you can do. It's like, they're all just different ways of getting to the same goal. Or the same way of getting to fucking slightly different goals, like in Game of Thrones. And it's like, it's the repetition, man. These aren't really playable more than once. Like the Telltale shit.
And the thing is, like, they're like, oh yeah, they're critically successful. How many people just watch their games instead of play their games?
That's true. If you see like PewDiePie playing the new Walking Dead or whatever, you're probably going to click on him.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I lost interest in that Walking Dead series after season 2.
I lost
interest.
interest.
It's just gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd say around the same time. I did play Season Frontier or whatever, and the Michelle miniseries or whatever. I can't stand the fucking regular Walking Dead show, so I'm not really going out of my way to play the games.
The first season, I remember the first season got Game of the Year when it came out.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It was Telltale Walking Dead's Season 1 Game of the Year. And I was like, yeah, that game deserved Game of the Year.
Did it?
It did.
Yeah, I thought it was alright. I think Game of Thrones Season 1 is fucking better. Like, Walking Dead...
Nah, I'd still say Walking Dead Season 1.
I don't really like it that much. I'm like, this is what people are raving about.
I think everyone liked it because of...
Because it was the first one, and you got the illusion of choice.
Yeah, ending choice is, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was such a good story though. Such a well written story.
Well, it's here that they're okay at making stories, and that's nice. But like, when you make narrative based games, the reason Telltale shut down In 2017, they just kept releasing shit and assuming that people would buy it. They didn't sell too well. Who's gonna buy a fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series? 2 Batman seasons, fucking 2 Minecraft seasons.
Yeah, it was
They
probably
pushed the envelope too much in fucking the span of a year.
I think the one thing I didn't appreciate was the fact how many Walking Dead seasons they made.
Fucking 3 in the 4th one.
They made way too many.
Because they were riding off the success of one game series.
Yeah.
And they just fucking, they're gone. Done.
I think the one that was really kind of interesting was The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, that was like their original one, wasn't it?
Well, it was Walking Dead and then they released Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
Wolf Among Us, which is...
Better? Slightly better.
Better, I want to say.
People are still hoping for that season too. Like, oh, why can't they buy out fucking Wolf Among Us and finish that? I think this company, Sky, whatever, who's just bought The Walking Dead, they just want to finish that and then just close the page on Telltale forever. Which, can you blame them? I mean...
And then they had Tales from the Borderlands.
Yep. It was like...
I'm just thinking of all the games they released.
Let me tell you how it goes. So, Walking Dead Season 1 I thought was good. I didn't think it was fucking great or phenomenal at all. And I don't think it deserves a narrative-based game shouldn't get fucking Game of the Year, I can tell you that.
Okay.
And then, what they have, Wolf Among Us, I thought was pretty great. Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't even play, I just watched it and I thought it was stupid. Game of Thrones, I guess I enjoyed. Yeah. But, like, where's the substance? Like, what's compelling you to stay and play more narrative-based games? You know, it's just going to be the same shit, where your choices don't matter.
It's more for the story, really.
Yeah, it is.
The choices are kind of irrelevant, whereas...
Yeah, but you might as well be watching a movie then, at that point.
Yeah.
You're selling this as a physical game, or like a game you can just buy, then it's like, you know, what's the point? I might as well just be watching a fucking movie at this point. It's
kind of like with Mass Effect, where everyone's like, you had all these branching choices and all this impact, and at the end it still comes down to 3 choices.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
If you wanted, it is possible to take into account of every choice and every variant and what would the outcome be.
Yeah.
But think of how hard that would be.
Pretty difficult.
How big of a project would it be
to
undertake?
Detroit Become Human did all that shit where you could possibly die at certain points, all these choices would happen. They did it better than a Telltale game. But
that's Quantic Dream. They've made a total of 3 games.
Yeah, but that's just David Cage.
Fahrenheit.
Something else and something else.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain is actually pretty good.
No, they've made a total of 4 games, sorry.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain.
Firewatch.
No, they've made,
Was that them? That's
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, that was crap. I fucking hated that game.
And Detroit Become Human.
No, didn't they also make Firewatch, David Cage?
No, they didn't make Firewatch. That was made by Campo Santo.
In association with David Cage?
No.
Fuck, I don't know then. I can tell you...
Firewatch was really good, but the problem with Firewatch is, there really isn't a choice in that game. It's a very narrative game.
It's a linear game.
And the thing is, they were building up such a big mystery in it, and everyone was complaining about the ending of the game.
Yeah.
But the problem with the ending of the game is it's realistic.
Yeah, but I hate how not everything needs to be realistic if it's a video game.
Oh no, because they were basically building up this mystery that there was this science facility doing research on the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And it turns out, no, there wasn't. There wasn't. It was just some old park ranger who'd accidentally killed his kid, and that was it.
Yeah.
And
That's dumb.
Just hiding around.
Yeah, but Beyond Two Souls was fucking AIDS. Like, I mean, why does everything have to be, narrative based now? Like, you know, that Life is Strange bullshit? That just looks like obnoxious, SJW shit, to be honest.
Have you actually played Life is Strange?
No, I don't want to, because it looks like fucking AIDS. It just looks abysmal, man. The art style pisses me off.
I need to play it because apparently, everything makes sense once you play through everything.
Yeah,
it's
they're making
one of those games where it's just oh shit, it all makes sense now.
I know they're making a second one, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the first one sold well, which... I reckon narrative-based games are just a phase that the gaming industry's going through. And
For a long time.
No, I reckon it'd be over soon. They don't sell well. There's really no meat on the bones. They're, I guess, hollow bones you could see for the games. There's nothing compelling you to keep playing or replay. It's just linear bullshit where your choices don't matter.
What game would you suggest has high replayability?
High replayability?
Would have a lot of meat on its bone.
That's not fucking narrative-based game?
Yeah.
There are absolutely no narrative-based...
okay, you're saying narrative-based games are gonna go?
Yeah.
You fucking hate Call of Duty?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Okay.
That's like mainstream cancer.
Mainstream cancer. Assassin's Creed?
No, it's got replayability a bit, but it's like, I'm not the target audience. Like, I'm out of that series. I'm not even gonna bother buying Assassin's Creed, Super Mario Odyssey, or what it just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a big Nintendo guy. You're a big Nintendo guy.
I am, and they've got an exciting end of the year coming up, so I'm pretty happy about that.
I've never been a big fan of Nintendo.
I understand. Like, you just stick to PlayStation and all that. And
I just stick to. That's kind of what I've known. Like, I don't have the nostalgia for Zelda.
See, I don't either.
You do?
I never played a Zelda game besides Breath of the Wild ever. I never understood the appeal. Like, I played through Ocarina of Time. This is obviously recently. I didn't when I was a kid. I didn't play through it. I played through Ocarina of Time, and I'm like, this is what people are calling the best game of all time. It's filled with fucking problems. Ocarina of Time is often called one of that has replayability. Ocarina of Time, unlike something else, because it encourages you to go, collect more shit, and I will stand by that. But Majora's Mask is a masterpiece. Ocarina of Time is like dated so much. I gave that game a solid 7 out of 10, nothing more.
Ooh,
and people are saying that it's like the most compelling game of all time. Fuck off, dude. There's so much shit. You can't scroll through the text fast enough. It's repetitious when you have to find like the 7 palaces at the second half of the game. The free pendants are absolute bullshit. The characters just are stupid and they exist solely to give you like the pendants and then they're fucking gone. And then when you fight Ganon, it's just like the most... I guess the fight's kind of cool, but the build-up is cool as well. But it's just like the most predictable shit possible. Like, obviously this mysterious ninja character is going to end up being Princess Zelda. Obviously, this is going to... It's just... it's a good game, but it's not amazing. It's not groundbreaking,
Yeah, but in the time, you got to keep in mind the time.
The time, but it's aged. Games can age. Like, I mean,
I think one game that everyone holds up is really good is Spec Ops: The Line.
Black Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops: The Line.
I haven't played it.
Heard of it though?
Yeah, of course I have. I just
Yeah.
people say that's for golden.
Everyone holds it up because of it starts off as a generic military third-person shooter.
Yeah.
But then it goes nuts with it,
Mm.
and then it just goes, oh, this is actually really bad, and we're actually horrible people for this.
Yeah.
And we actually killed a lot of people in horrible ways.
Yeah, but that's just the gritty realism shit.
Yeah.
Some games just don't age well. Like, people are raving about, remember GoldenEye 64?
Yeah.
That's aged horribly. Like, the polygon pixels, like, and it's a beautiful, like, Super Nintendo 16-bit style game, like, Mega Man X or something. That always looks timeless because it's, like, nice 16-bit art, but something like really aged late 90s polygons of N64 and PS1, that just looks awful now.
Yeah.
There's something about 3D that just doesn't age as well as, like,
Oh, yeah, anything that uses modern graphics of the time will age poorly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've almost reached a peak, I'd say, now. Detroit Become Human, that'll still look fine, and however...
Nah, it will age. It will age.
It looks closest to reality. What do you mean it'll age?
Okay, everyone...
We can't really...
Everyone was saying the same thing about Fahrenheit when it came out. And it fucking aged.
Well, I don't know.
That's the problem with it.
Dude, if you play Last of Us 1, the cutscenes in that look almost really real. Like, it's just fucking...
Oh, Last of Us 2 comes out.
Yeah, there's some shit... There's a lot of good shit coming out, but it's like... I might as well recount that.
I'll be getting Last of Us 2.
I will too. And I hope it's really good, but I don't think... I'm not expecting much, like,
You're not expecting much. The expectation is, like, up here.
That's the problem. That's like the super high expectation that people had. Remember when...
Last of Us got Game of the Year, it came out.
No, it didn't. GTA 5 did.
Everyone was arguing about that. I can't remember what game did.
Everyone but IGN gave it like Game of the Year.
Because it was basically, it came down to like Bioshock Infinite, Last of Us, and GTA.
I'd say GTA 5. That has so much replayability. That's just so fucking good. That game is fucking up there. I can still turn it on today and have a mad time. GTA is awesome. And Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm excited for that. Comes out very soon.
Yeah, that will be good. I don't know if I should get it though.
Cool, I'm getting it. Fucking yes.
There's so many
I love open world games, if I love Red Dead Redemption and I love Rockstar North, I'm definitely getting this fucking game. Yeah. You can bet I'm getting it. This one's gonna be cool. There's like a scene in the trailers where you're on a train like fighting. There's one where you rob a bank. It's like really cool. You're playing as Jack Marston now. And just fucking. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it plays a new character. Yeah.
But yeah. It just depends, like... Yeah. But Nintendo, they got a good string of games coming out at the end of this year, too. I thought I felt gaming fatigue for a while, so just
Yeah.
Focused on work. You took a bit off of games and just
Yeah.
I chilled out. Dude, I was playing the PS2, remember Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King game on that, and I was just like a breath of fresh air. It's like
Yeah.
a movie-tying game that doesn't suck. It's like a trip through nostalgia because I used to play that shit as a kid. And
Yeah.
I've made points in the past where it's like you can't write off nostalgia forever because it just gets annoying after a
Yeah,
while.
it would over time.
So obviously got to experiment, but I'm liking that because there are companies that do that. Rockstar, I guess they have the tried and true formula, but it's so tried and true that they can barely experiment and still get away with a fucking amazing game.
Yeah, but the thing, how much time do you think they've spent developing Red Dead 2?
Fucking years.
Exactly. Like, it's not like Ubisoft where every year they churn out an open world game.
It doesn't mean it's good though. Like, I mean, what? Duke Nukem Forever was in development for like 9 years or some ridiculous time, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you take your time with something like an open world game, you make a quality open world.
Yeah, I just don't want it to like be. They even made a tweet like, "Oh, it's obviously going to be a bit buggy when it first comes out, like GTA 5 was, because it's a massive game. You know, if it's like some fucking Telltale game and there's glitches, I just lose my shit because I'm like, you had so long to develop these episodes. They're short. You should be able to fix it. If it's a massive Mass Effect style or open world game, I can understand a few glitches because it's so big and there's so much to render. Right?
Yeah.
That's fine. But I guess the end of the year, there's some good stuff coming out. I guess the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Yeah, there's that coming
I'm
out.
getting that. I actually only played through Spyro 3 on PS1 and I was really young. You know, I'll see what it's all about because I really like Crash Bandicoot and Insane Trilogy.
Oh man, I want them to remaster
Crash Team Racing.
Raymond.
Raymond.
You know the
Yeah,
guy
I know,
who
but I'm like,
I love that game.
I never
Loved
played.
them. They were
Never played a Rayman game ever.
the three games that were much older were Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah.
Spyro,
Rayman.
and Raymond.
Mine was like my 3 childhood games. Let's think. Pokemon Ruby Sapphire, Battle for Middle Earth 1, and what was the last one? Yeah, GTA 3.
GTA 3.
I'm not even joking. Weird combo. A very weird combo. But
I want them because there was 2 Rayman games that I remember. The original Rayman game where it's like you have to get the 4 masks.
the art was really good. It was like...
Yeah, that's why I want them to remaster it and how some of the characters speak.
But like, I mean, can I just say, they're reviving a lot of nostalgic shit. Like, if they did that for Rayman, if they remade the first game, which is like, what, really nice 16-bit art?
I don't know. No, not that Rayman.
If it's like 2.5...
The one that's the sequel and that uses 3D graphics.
Oh, no, it's obviously... Is it a 2D style game, but it's got 2.5D graphics? 2.5D...
No, it's 3D.
No, listen. Yeah, but 2.5D means it's a 2D styled game, right?
Yeah.
But the graphics are 3D. Like Mega Man 11, that just came out. Brilliant game, by the way. Absolutely fucking awesome. I just love it so much.
It was the one that had the robot pirates.
Yeah, I've never played Rayman, but I understand.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
if it's 2.5D.
Okay, then I can't really explain it. Then it's like, but then there was the other one that came out, the following one that I really loved. That had
There's Rayman Legends on the PS Vita.
That had the corrupted I don't know, like the corrupted ones, and then like the game, like the first half of the game is basically you trying to get this black thing out of Glowbox's body.
Okay.
And it's basically you're going around to each world trying to save him, and then you're like flying on rainbow roads and then you get sent to cool worlds. There's like Land of the Living Dead, and it's like this beautiful world. And then that guy goes, "Oh, I can't fix him. You have to go to the desert of the Canarons," and the desert of Canarons is like one of the hardest levels I've ever played.
Damn.
Because basically you've got these creatures that are indestructible.
That's
like you can throw all sorts of things at them,
but they won't die.
Yeah.
That's like there's parts in games where it's like super hard, but because I'm like a really retro guy, I like platformers, old style NES stuff. I played some fucking hard games. I've beat Ghosts and Goblins. Not the original NES one, Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES. That's hard as shit. But like, I mean, what's the hardest thing you've ever played in a game? Tell me that. Hardest, just so hard.
Bloodborne.
Because I can tell you mine. Bloodborne's the hardest thing you've ever played?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that Dark Souls was the hardest thing I've ever played. I'd say it's really hard. Yeah, I've played harder.
Well,
Yeah, the hardest game I've ever played is?
What?
The hardest game I've ever played in my life, bar none, is fucking Mega Man 02.
Never played it.
Yeah, I don't expect you to. It's fucking so hard.
Oof, did you just
No, I'm not
me?
roasting you, I'm just saying.
Did you just roast me? Unlike you, as an intellectual.
Yes, because I know so much about the gaming industry. That game was so fucking... And 3 and 1, come to think of it, they're all fucking hard. Mega Man 1, that's also a tricky one, but it's not impossible. all the Mega Man games, basically. I think that's why I like them so much.
Yeah.
In fact, they came out with Mega Man 11 recently. Fucking so good, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a return to form. Hopefully they won't go on hiatus for another 8 years like they did.
Oh, well.
It's really good. But yeah, in terms of the end of the year gaming stuff, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
Like, people say, oh, it's just using the same shit. Okay, Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect 3, but Call of Duty 72.
No, the reason Mass Effect Andromeda was so bad because of the facial expression.
But no, because of the facial expressions, because the story was stupid, writer's boring,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it's all social justice-y. It's fuck off. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
And you got none of the characters you care
I
about.
kind of hope Anthem's good.
Also, the voice acting was atrocious.
I kind of hope Anthem's good.
Anthem of the Doomed Youth.
No, Anthem.
Yeah, I know. Anthem. You're looking forward to like Anthem, Call of Cthulhu, Cyberpunk, whatever. Yeah,
No, the reason I'm looking forward to because Anthem is, because you got the two big giants. You got Activision and EA. Activision's got Destiny.
I don't really like either of those
EA.
companies, to be honest.
But I'm kind of curious to see which one will do it better.
Yeah, probably EA at this point. They made Titanfall 2, and they put effort into it.
Yeah. But I can't. If like Anthem is really good and knocks it out of the park, that means it's gonna have to force.
I'm not expecting shit,
It's gonna force Destiny 3 to be really good.
No, it won't, dude. I played Destiny 2 and its stupid expansion, the newest one, sadly.
Oh, Forsaken.
Yeah.
Where Cade dies.
Yeah, it was shit.
How's your sister?
That was so gay, dude. Watch I Hate Everything's video on it. I watched that right after. I'm like, oh, dude. It's just like Destiny can fucking just die. Make a new IP. New IP. Fuck it. New IP.
It's such a shame too because they've made such a cool universe.
Yeah. No, they haven't. There's barely any info. It's so vague. Well, I mean, it's a bit better now because they got 2 games and all these DLC. But
they've got an interest.
They barely explore it though.
That's the thing. That's the problem. They've got these cool worlds.
And it's like, read this Grimoire card.
Yeah, they've got the Traveler. They've got these interesting.
Which
races.
they don't explain. Nothing's explained. I know it's like Star Wars where it's like not everything needs to be explained.
I do find it weird how.
It's the opposite here almost. Like,
I do find it
more
weird.
things need to be explained.
I do find it weird how in the first Destiny there was that overarching enemy, the darkness.
And it was just fucking. It inhabits like 5 robots and then nothing.
It inhabits everything.
It was just
But
crap.
then they're like, oh, the darkness has been defeated. And they're like, no, it hasn't. It will be back. And then next is the Cabal who just rock up and just like beat the
Also, fucking hell, the main character you play as the. Oh, we're really good at getting off topic. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's gonna be great. It's got new shit in it. If you argue, that's fine, but you're wrong. Anyway,
but you're wrong,
dude. The protagonist of Destiny, your Guardian, right? The guy you play as.
It's so generic.
No, it's not that. I can't say he's generic because he doesn't do anything. You play as him. You can't really say a protagonist is generic unless he has like a really annoying accent. The silent protagonist, think what you may. That's my biggest criticism of Breath of the Wild. But like silent protagonist is annoying. It's inconsistent. Sometimes your Guardian talks and sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
He talked in Destiny 1, right?
Yeah.
After like the first DLC, maybe it was even the first vanilla game after Peter Dinklage got replaced by Nolan North, which is cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. But your Guardian talks in Destiny 1. They may have patched it to make it that he doesn't talk. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. He still talks. Then DLCs of Destiny 1 stop talking. Destiny 2, he doesn't talk. Obviously, your main character doesn't talk. All the DLC for Destiny 2, your character doesn't talk. In the newest DLC for Destiny 2, Forsaken, he actually like talks. Even though it's like one line, he talks. They talk about how they're gonna avenge Cade, and your guy just suddenly speaks and is like, "Oh, fucking kill that new guy."
Yeah.
Like, what, you can talk now? What's happening?
What's happening?
It's so inconsistent, and inconsistency is what bugs me about Destiny.
Like
You switch from a decent mission, to a bad mission, to a bad mission, to a repetitious mission, to another repetitious mission, to another bad mission, and then a great mission, and a terrible mission, and then an abysmal mission, and then another repetitious mission, and another one, and then another good mission, and then an okay mission, and then a terrible one. I know it's like cutting it really simply, but fuck Destiny, man. It's like, it's everywhere, but it's like, it's nowhere at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah, it's such a shame too because they've got like
so much potential.
They had
so much potential.
Like, even in the original, like when you first fire it up and you're creating your character, they had humans, the Awaken,
the Cabal, the Vex.
No, not the Awaken. Like the 3 races to pick.
Human, Awaken, and
Exo. And it was really interesting. You could have easily just talked about like the 3 races' origins for like human. Okay, easy.
Why can't they explore
Awaken and Exo? You could have done something cool with them.
They could.
You could have had like their own diverging racial paths.
No politics, for fuck's sake. No, not in Destiny.
No.
It's got enough going against it. No politics.
No politics.
But like, I understand what you mean. But they only really care about the human one. They show... What if they did a DLC focusing on your character's backstory? Because we know nothing besides he died in a war, he came back.
Yeah.
and then he talks really inconsistently.
Yeah.
Like he's silent for 2 games in a DLC.
Because
now
I
he can
play
talk.
as an exo.
Yep.
And it, like when your ghost finds you and wakes you up, it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense as in like an exo. How does that make sense for a human? How does that make sense for an exo?
I know, it's context.
And awaken. It's like that makes sense for one of those races, but it doesn't make sense for the other 2. You expect a human to be lying there for like years and not decay.
It's when push comes to shove, they don't know how to explain anything, they don't know how to make good missions,
Or
they don't know
like-
how to write characters or even
or
good
the-
stories. And this is the
or-
same people who made like Halo 2 and 3, which in my opinion are masterful stories. Well, not masterful, but really great stories, right? And then when Destiny, this is a new IP, you have more potential, you don't have the limitations of Halo with their characters. But like, they're fucking it up. It's like weird, man.
It's weird. How do you mess it up?
I don't
And
know.
it's like everyone was so hyped for it. Everyone's like, it's gonna be groundbreaking. It's gonna be huge.
Well, here's the
story.
thing. When it first came out, I didn't hear anything until like a week later. Everybody's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. A week later, everybody's like, no, it's the worst thing ever.
It's not the worst thing ever. It was just like it was over budgeted.
Yeah, it was over budgeted.
It was over budgeted, overhyped, and
Expensive. You wanted all the fucking DLC that went with it.
like the game cost $500 million to make.
It was meant to make a lot more, and it made enough money, but fuck Destiny, honestly.
Yeah, it was just like looking at it. It should have been like if Activision had more hope in Bungie, they would have been like they could have literally have just like put a banner up and like they could have just had one still image and just had the first Destiny and like done no other
I hate
marketing and
everything.
everyone would have gone ballistic.
I hate everything. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He's like he makes good content. He focuses on just like his skits and his like movies and all that. He searched for the worst in all his series. Yeah. But the only gaming things he's ever touched on is like Five Nights at Freddy's to tell people how much he hates it, which is cool, and Destiny. Destiny is one of his most popular series. He said he was done with Destiny 2, and then he made a new video recently saying, sorry, I'm a hypocrite. I wanted to be done with Destiny, but something keeps pulling me back in. And I think we got the same thing, because I went back to Destiny 2 to play Forsaken. I want to say I won't be back, but I don't know. I'm not even going to buy Destiny Friday. Fuck it.
Why? Why do they...
But like, he made a video, right? And I recommend... He's made 4 videos on Destiny. And I recommend you go watch... They're quite lengthy. They're like almost... One of them almost reaches an hour long. But they're so good. And in the first one, he explains Beta, the original Destiny. It was meant to be a lot different. It was meant to have different stories and it looked better. But like, you know, half the team left or some shit like that. And, you know... Yeah. It just became just pulp. Like nothing.
Yeah, pulp.
Damn, this has been Destiny again.
Destiny again, but yeah, we're just retouching on it because of reasons.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, maybe they'll probably make a Destiny 3, let's be honest.
They will.
But
it doesn't make sense.
It's like we're being hypocrites by saying, yeah, I'm not touching it, it's burnt me out. And it has burnt me out, but I just play it anyway.
Yeah.
Even if I don't enjoy it, like, some of the shit in Destiny 2 is so filler and just gay. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, do you want to stop now?
I mean, can you think of anything else we need to discuss, or...?
I suppose I could. I just don't want to, you know, drag it. Destiny's gay. We talked about H3H3, Alex Jones, all that gay shit.
Yeah, no. It's already pretty dragged out. I mean, I can't really think of anything else to discuss.
Yeah. Just want to just keep talking about Destiny and gaming.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright, guys. Thanks for joining us for the 31st episode of Coin Flip. We'll see you next week with a new episode.